Hi friends, welcome back to Rustic and Lace DIY. Today I'm participating in the Minis Challenge that's hosted every month by Corie with Crafted with Corie. I'll let you know more about that in a few minutes, but if you're new here, welcome. My name is Brenda and I am so happy you stopped by today. If you like what you see, I would hope that you would hit that subscribe button and become part of our family. And if you're returning, thank you so much. I appreciate you all guys all and love you from the bottom of my heart. So with all that being said, let's get to crafting. Okay, DIY number 1. So for this DIY, I started out with some tumbling tower blocks from Dollar Tree. I believe I had 12. I created a saying on my Cricut. I used these little snowflakes from Hobby Lobby and some foam board from Dollar Tree. So I start off by hot gluing 4 of these tumbling tower blocks together end to end, as you see there. I'm going to make 2 sets of 4 and 2 sets of 2. So this is going to be the frame for our little plaque. And then once I have this all hot glued together, and once I have all of them hot glued together, I'm going to take the set of 4 and I'm going to hot glue them to the bottom of the 2, just like you see there. Then I'm going to take the other set of 4, hot glue it to the side of the 2 at the top. Then I'm going to take that last set of 2 and I'm going to hot glue it to the ends of both the top and the bottom. And you can do this either way. I originally was planning on hot gluing the ends of the sets of 2 on the inside of the sets of 4, but it works either way. Then I just use that to trace out the foam board. And if you're cutting foam board, you want to make sure you're using a very sharp knife, because then that way you don't get the jagged edges. If your knife is dull, it will leave jagged edges. So then I use that frame as a template again to see where exactly I want to place the wording so that it's not being covered up by the frame at all. And then once I lay that down, I'm going to just push it down in place, peel off my transfer tape. Look how easy that came off. I just loved it. Then I'm going to add the little snowman decal that I got off of Cricut Design Space. Then I'm using my little level there because I can't find my burnishing tool. It's fallen somewhere, and I'm sure once Christmas is over and I clean up my craft room, I will find it. And I'm just going to place that snowman right there next to the words there. And this one went on really easy too. I just loved it. It was so nice. And then after that, I took my Waverly chalk paint in antique wax. It wasn't paint, it was the antique wax. And I'm brushing it all on that frame. And then I'm going to use a paper towel to wipe off the excess. And I do this on both sides, since you'll be able to see both sides on a tier tray. Then after this, I'm going to take my Waverly chalk paint in the color white and paint 2 of those little snowflakes. If you're new here, I just want to say welcome. I am so happy you stopped by. If you like home decor on a budget, holiday decor, thrift flips, gift ideas, and an occasional Dollar Tree haul, then this is the right channel for you. So hit that subscribe button and become part of our growing YouTube family. I'd love to have you join. And then make sure you give me a thumbs up if you like this video, and comment. Let me know you're new here and what was your favorite DIY today. So once those were all painted, I wanted to put something on the back. So I cut down a piece of scrapbook paper that I got from Hobby Lobby, and I just hot glued that to the back of the sign. That way it's a little more decorative. Then I took some more tumbling tower blocks and hot glued them together and used the antique wax on it. And then I'm just hot gluing it to the back to help it stand more sturdy. Then I took a piece of ribbon and I'm just going to hot glue that to the top just to kind of cover that foam board so you don't really see it. And after that, I took some more of that ribbon, and this ribbon, of course, is from Dollar Tree. And I'm just making a simple little shoestring bow. And once I have it all fluffed and like I want it, then I'm going to trim it off and dovetail the ends. Then I'm going to hot glue it to the corner of the sign there. And I do go in and just put a little dab of hot glue on that frame so that I can hot glue the the ribbon down because I wanted it to lay just across the frame like it is there. Then I took one of those snowflakes and I'm going to hot glue it right in the middle of that bow. I'm going to take the other snowflake and hot glue it to the bottom right hand corner of the sign. And that's all there is for this one. I think it came out looking so cute, and this is going to be great for my winter tier tray. You'll have to let me know what you think about this, and if you think you'll recreate it, let me know in the comment box. Okay, today's challenge is the Minis challenge that is hosted every month by Corie at Crafted with Corie. If you don't know who she is, which I doubt because she's amazing. She's the sweetest lady and she is so creative. So make sure you check her out as well as the playlist. All links will be in my description box below. Here is DIY number 2. So for this DIY, I took some of this black check vinyl from Dollar Tree, a snowflake from Dollar Tree, this sign I got from Dollar Tree, and then my Waverly chalk paint in the color white. So I'm going to start off by painting that snowflake with my white color, and I just give it a good coating. Now I do end up doing 2 of those snowflakes because I do end up making this double-sided. So then I just traced out my paper with the sign and cut it, and now I am just going to put it on the front, and I put some on the back as well. So I just stick that on there, and then I do trim off the sides to make sure it all looks even. And once I have that all done, I took some little glue dots and put them on the back of my snowflake, but I do end up later taking that off. I don't show it on camera, but I do take them off, and I just use some hot glue instead because I didn't like how it was kind of moving. I wanted it to be more secure, so I did end up just using hot glue. And I did that on both sides. Then I took a little jute string and I made a little bow, and I'm gonna hot glue that right where the hole for the hanger is on that snowflake. And then after that, I took some of this table scatter I got from Dollar Tree. I love this stuff, you guys. And I am just hot gluing some pine cones to the top because I just felt like it was a little too shiny and white for what I was going for. So then I took some of the greenery from that bag and some of the snowballs and just did it all the way through the top. And I really love the way it came out. It is so cute. A little on the farmhouse side, which I'm missing because I have not been doing very much farmhouse lately, but I'm ready to get back into it. So you have to let me know what you think of this one as well. So you can find links to my social media as well as my Amazon store, my Chalk Couture, and my Buy Me a Coffee in my link tree in the description box below. So here is the next DIY, which would be number 3. And for this DIY, I took some more tumbling tower blocks. I took a couple of these little domino pieces from Dollar Tree, some snowflake stickers from Dollar Tree, and some rub-on stickers from Dollar Tree. So I am going to start off by cutting the domino pieces in half. So I only had 2 there, and I'm going to need 4. So once I had them cut in half, I painted them with my Waverly chalk paint in the color white. I did both sides. Then I took 3 tumbling tower blocks and hot glued them together and made 2 sets of 3. After that, I took my antique wax and I give it a good coating of wax and then wipe them off. And I did the top and the sides. I didn't do the bottom because you're not going to see the bottom, but you could do the bottom if you want. And after I had that all done, I took these rub-on transfers and I cut out the S, N, and W, and I am just going to rub them onto the front. And when you do that, you just want to make sure that it is completely rubbed on. You can, when you take off the little plastic piece, if it's pulling up some of the transfer, you can just put it back down and rub it again. You'll see me do that there. It was coming up with some of the black, so I just rubbed it a little bit more, and there it goes. So once I had those all done, I took one of those little stickers from the Snowflake pack, and I just put it on the front. And then I'm going to take a black extra fine Sharpie, and I'm just going to write in, I had this on my laptop, the number value for like Scrabble tiles. So an S is a number 1, an N is a number 1, and a W was a 4. So I wrote those all in. Then after that, I'm just putting some hot glue down on the bottom part, and I'm hot gluing them to one of those strips of 3, just like you see there. And I'm sure you figured out, it's going to say snow, with the snowflake being the O. Then I take the other strip of tumbling tower blocks, and I'm just going to hot glue that to the front. And after that, I decided I wanted to take some ribbon and put it on the front. So I could have kept it the same. I mean, you can leave it if you'd like to, but I always want something extra. So I do cut it in half because it was too wide. And then I'm just going to hot glue a little bit right there on the front. And then I do the same on the back. And I didn't do anything on the back of these. I'm thinking if need be, I might just put some of those snowflakes on the back. And then after that, I took my little black Sharpie and I outlined that snowflakes just to bring it out so you could see it a little bit better. And there it is. And I think it's really cute. You'll have to let me know what you think about this one as well, and if you think you might recreate it. But this is so versatile. You could put anything. You could do the same thing for Valentine's Day and put love. You could just do home, whatever you'd like. So here's DIY number 4. So this one is so simple, you guys. It's almost not able to call it a DIY. I took one of those pails from Dollar Tree, my some markers there, these chalkboard tags from Dollar Tree, and some snowballs from Dollar Tree. I'm going to start off by using this black paint marker that I had, and I am just going to go all around the top and the bottom of this pail with that. And I'm just wanting it to look more kind of like that, give it that enamel look. And once I have that all done, I'm going to show you the whole thing here. And yes, I did get some on the pail itself, but it wiped right off with a baby wipe. So once I was done with that, I just took my white paint marker from Dollar Tree, and I'm writing Snowballs 5 cents. I hate my writing, you guys. I hate writing things down, but I figure, what the heck, why not? So I did it anyways. Then I just filled this pail up with those snowballs, and then I'm just going to clip on that little sign right on the front. There you go. Then I just thought the pail was still a little too plain for my liking, so I took some more of that ribbon from Dollar Tree, and I just put a little dab of hot glue in the front, and I'm just going to wrap it around. And then I'm going to trim it and hot glue it to the front as well. And then after that, I'm going to make a simple shoestring bow. It took me a while, you guys. This pail is slippery, and it kept wanting to slip and slide, and I kept trying to get it all in place, and oh my goodness, I was having a time there, but I got it to work. See? Oh my goodness, yeah. Anyways, there I go, making the bow there, and I'm just going to make a little shoestring bow and just plate or hot glue it to the front where the ends meet for that ribbon that I put around the pail. And of course, I'm going to dovetail it once I get done fluffing. Oh my goodness, this is taking forever, you guys. I'm sorry. I hope you're not bored. If I knew a joke, I would tell you a joke. But I can't think of one at the moment. Man, you'd think I had that on slow motion or something, and that's even sped up. Okay, so here I go. I'm going to hot glue it right there. And there it is. And I did take a little snowflake sticker and put it in the middle of that bow. Actually, I think it would have looked better if I put some jute twine around that bow, but oh well. Anyways, there it is. You'll have to tell me what you think of that one as well. So thank you guys all so much for watching. Again, if you're new and haven't hit that subscribe button, what are you waiting for? Hit that subscribe button and become part of our family. And all of you, make sure you give me that thumbs up and comment. That really helps my channel. It lets YouTube know you're interested in my content and they'll push it out there more. So with all that being said, you guys, let me know which one was your favorite. I will be back again tomorrow with another video. I've only got a few more left for this year, so have those notification bells set so you will be reminded when I upload. So with all that being said, you guys, we will see you on the next one. Bye-bye.